Hey morning guys, how you doing? It's Gavin here from Starfresh Personal Training, and I'm out on my little morning walk with my little puppy who's not enjoying her new lead, which is awesome. And I'm going to basically talk about protein very quickly. And one of the things that I used to really struggle with was this concept of getting enough protein in my diet, and it seems to be elusive for everybody that embarks on a new fitness journey. And there's a huge amount of benefits of extra protein, certainly if you're exercising, because you are essentially breaking down your body in the gym, and when you're doing that you need to recover. And protein, as I spoke about before loads of times, is really important for just the building blocks of your body, really, from hair, nails, skin, but obviously we're looking at muscle. The other thing about protein is that it's got a high thermic effect, which means that it actually costs calories to burn, and it's got the highest thermic effect than all the other ones put together, which is 30%. So 30% of the protein that you eat gets used in digestion and energy, which is pretty awesome. So anyway, aside from that, we all struggle to get enough protein, and I think nearly every single one of my clients asks me the question, how do I get more protein? And it was the question I used to ask myself, how on earth am I going to get 150, 160 grams of protein in my diet? And it seemed like an absolute impossible mission to do. And the reason it is, I believe, is for one reason only, is we look in the supermarket for packaged food that says high in protein. Sorry about the sun. And when you do that, it's not really high in protein. Yes, you may have a higher protein content than something else, but it's not high in protein. Certainly isn't going to give you enough for you when you're training. And I'm going to stop right here because the sun's so bright. And when you do that, you think you're eating high protein food and you're not, and it's really stressful because you think I'm eating enough, and you're not. So I'm going to show you a really quick way to get more protein in your diet, and it's simply going to be, you need to choose foods that are whole proteins: chicken, fish, meat, essentially. And although foods like yogurt do have extra protein in, they shouldn't be the only form of protein you have, because not only is there lots of protein in there, there's a lot of carbs in there. There could be lots of sugar in there and everything else. So if you're looking to get more protein in your diet, you need to opt for complete protein sources. I'm going to show you in 1 second, when I get back, the power of technology, how to add more protein to your diet in literally 1 second. And so hold tight and I'll be back shortly. Hey guys, how you doing? So I'm back. So this is my awesome little tip, grab a knife, of how to get more protein in your diet. Okay, so for me, after working out and knowing what my protein needs are and using MyFitnessPal to help me along with that, it's about 200 grams per portion for me. Okay, and that's 200 grams per portion of protein. So it could be meat, fish, whatever I decide to have this day on today. Today's going to be chicken. And to put into perspective and to know like requirements, roughly 100 grams of chicken is about 27 grams of protein. With that in mind, okay? So if I have 200 grams of chicken, that gives me 50 grams of protein, so I know that. So let's just say you got my piece of chicken breast right there. No idea how much it is, okay? Pop it in my on my scales. I'll turn this around and I will show it to you right there. So that was 206 grams. Right there, 206 grams of 208 grams of chicken right there. So let's just say I needed more protein. How am I going to get more protein? Well, I grab another piece of chicken breast right there, and let's just say I want my portion to be 250 grams of protein, or 250 grams of chicken. So I'll just cut that in half roughly, and now chuck that in there, and that's up to 270, so it's roughly extra 50-60 grams of protein, of chicken. Now, that is how you add more protein to your diet. It is simple as that. So if you're falling short of your protein goal, you simply add more of that thing to your meal. So my challenge to you will be, is that if you're currently struggling, most people MyFitnessPal I check, they're roughly about 110, if that, 90, 80, 100. I want you to weigh the raw amount of the protein source that you have. I want you to double what you think you need, all right? So you're falling short of your protein goals simply because you're not eating enough of that stuff. And if you're opting for things like chop chicken, or you know, the chicken crusted stuff, or fish crusted stuff, you're not going to get enough protein in. It's very processed, very high in carbs as well, because they use a crust, and you're not getting it. If you really want up your protein, you simply go to the protein source, the chicken, the beef, the fish, and you add more of that thing to the meal. And you might think, you know, you can't possibly eat that much chicken. You can, absolutely. If that was pasta, you'd smash it. And all you do then is you're decreasing your pasta, increasing the protein, and you're having the same amount of volume of meal, essentially. That is how you get more protein in your diet. You simply add more protein. And that there, 270 grams of chicken will probably give me about, I know, what's that, about 75 grams of protein, possibly, roughly. That's a lot of protein. And if you know, you add that, say that if I had that 2 meals, that's 140 grams of protein just right there. Not to mention if I had yogurt as well, but add a little bit to it. If I had bread, we'll have some protein in it. So, you know, a protein shake will have protein in it. So straight away, I'm easily hitting my protein goals just by making the bulk of my protein meals bigger. Simple as that, make it bigger. So that's my quick tip, 5-minute video, if probably. So start fresh, guys. Don't make a change today. How will tomorrow be any different?